Guys, just know that wherever you are, if you are watching this, you are watching this at the perfect place and time because whatever the fuck you're going through is about to fucking change, okay? I can't tell you, I've been MIA for some time and I'm so happy to be back. It is just insane. Please forgive me. I am streaming on two devices right now. I am so excited to be here. I can't tell you how much I have been through over the past 60 days and how incredible it has been. I am overloading with excitement as usual, trying to contain it, but I'm not going to anymore. So, I am excited because it's really time for all of us to level up, right? Us, meaning like the collective, right? And me. And really, what I want to do is walk with you on a journey. My life, as you guys have been following, is a complete shit show right now. Okay. So, I'm assuming that some of you that are listening are going to be unhappy in certain areas of your life right now. You're probably feeling some level of unfulfillment, right? It possibly feels like your life is like stagnant. It could feel like you are I don't want the word's not unhappy, unsatisfied with life. Like maybe there are areas of your life that feel really good right now, but there are some bigger areas that don't feel right, right? Like it's almost like you're missing something, like a void, right? Like you're like, oh God, like I got what I wanted. Maybe you have a lot of money, maybe you have a relationship, maybe you have a kid, and you are terribly unhappy with it, or it didn't bring you as much fulfillment as you want, right? It's possible right now you don't have a job, maybe you're homeless, maybe you got out of a breakup, a bad relationship, and you don't know which way that your life is going right now. And I can totally empathize with that. This feeling that like life, can it really get any better than this? Like, is this all there is? Some of you are going to be questioning like the meaning of life, your purpose, so many things about life. Like, why is this happening to me? Why do I feel this way? Why is life so hard? Why is it that I can't get it together? And together, we are going to go on this journey together of finding fulfillment in our lives, right? Speaking from, this is probably a 12-year venture, right? Of learning how to manifest, learning how to program my subconscious, learning how to create the life that I desire. There has been a lot of ups and downs. And I know that some of you that are watching have done manifestations. It's possible you've manifested things that you really want in life, and you're still feeling unsatisfied. For me, what I've realized is that we've been going about manifestation and living our lives and our purpose in the wrong way. And I hate to say it that way. In our brains, we really want, more money. We want that perfect relationship. We want, someone to love us and to care about us. We want that house. We want the kids. We want the picket fence, whatever. And what I'm realizing is that if we, there's a lot of spiritual teachers out there that are saying, manifest a 7-figure income, manifest the man of your dreams, the woman of your dreams. And that's all good and everything. But what happens is we always get what we ask for. So there is a certain level where you will get what you asked for. And when you get it, a lot of times you will be unhappy once you get it. And I talked a lot in another video about chasing our purpose, chasing our dreams and things like that. And so with manifestation and with dealing with what's going on internally with you and your life, the only way that you're really going to find personal fulfillment, right? Personal happiness, like this, where life becomes honestly a magical experience, is going within, right? It's going to find really, honestly, what drives you, what your core values are, what really matters to you. And with my mistakes and manifestation and life in general comes from not knowing what I actually wanted. It was more of what I thought I wanted, right? More of what I thought life should be like, right? More of what, I guess, society tells us we should have, right? And over the past 2 months, I've really come to this realization that if we don't build a basic foundation, right, with our core values, with really what matters to us and what's really important, the manifestations that we create and the life that we create is not going to be aligned. So Tony Robbins talks about this. There's something called a blueprint, right? So if you are unhappy with an area of your life, or you are unhappy with your life, or you're not in the right spot, right? There is a blueprint that you had in your brain of what you wanted, right? And this blueprint sits right here. And this is your life, right? And your blueprint of what you thought your life was going to be like is not what it is, right? So there's a couple things that you can do here, right? You can either change the original blueprint, right, to align to what you actually want, or change your life. So where I'm going with this is we are actually going to change both of them. Okay, because what you think you want isn't actually what you really want, right? You are looking to entice a feeling within you, right? And I can feel it in my chest. This radiation of love, right? We're looking for unconditional love, right? That's really what we're looking for. We're looking to follow our intuition without any doubt. And we're looking to feel purposeful in each and every single moment. We're looking to find the gift in life and the lessons in life. And really, what we're looking for is to learn how to play the game of life. So I'm just going to give you a disclaimer here. I am not a fucking expert in jack shit. Neither is anybody out there. We are all just winging life. Even the most, richest people in the world, the people who are the experts in whatever, they're just fucking winging it. Ain't nobody know shit about anything. All the religions, all the science, all this, nobody knows anything. They're just winging it. And these people who are experts, they have spent time and energy going into this. But I'm going to say, I'm not an expert in anything. All I'm going to do is straight up share with you what's inside, what I know, so that you can learn that you are the expert of your own life, right? My job and this passion project that hopefully will turn into a 7-figure business, rather I know it will, is to allow you to see that you are really superhuman, that you can live the best life, you can live up to your fullest potential. Right? Because what we think we want isn't it. What we're really looking for is to live up to our highest potential, to gain control, right, over our thoughts and emotions so that we can have peace of mind, so we can feel calm and safe and feel like the universe has our back, where the fears and the trauma start to melt away so that we can take steps to enjoy the game of life, right? Because it really is a game. Life is 100% a game. And if I haven't learned anything in 12 years of working with manifestation, like this is definitely something I absolutely know 100% without a shadow of a doubt, that we are in a game, some sort of simulation, whatever you want to call it, where it is our job to take the lessons in life, find them, and learn these lessons, right? And move to the next step. So imagine like you're in a video game, right? Because that's really what I want you to wrap your head around right now. I want you to throw away everything that you've ever learned about anything, okay? Whether it be religion or science or anything. I want you to take it and throw it out the window, okay? Because what we're doing is peeling back the layers of what has been programmed in your brain. It's going to be kind of difficult. I'm not going to lie. It's really hard to pull those layers away. And I want you to really dig deep and really question every single thing in your life of whether it is 100% true. Because honestly, nothing in life is 100% true. Not even science, not religion. We don't know what happens after we die. We don't even understand quantum physics. We don't fully understand anything. So I want you to start thinking from a place that literally anything and everything is fucking possible, okay? Because it 100% is. And when we think of it as a game, you're playing a video game, right? And you collect points, you go through I haven't played video games in a while, so bear with me. You go through simulations, right? And you're trying to get to the next level, right? While you're in this game, as you go to the next levels, right? You have to learn lessons, right? Technically, right? Or gain a specific amount of points, right? I want you to start thinking this as if you are gaining knowledge, right? And lessons and wisdom in life. And each lesson that you're learning is getting you closer to who you are inside, right? Your soul, like actually what you came here to do, whatever that is, right? So every hardship that you've gone through, that you are going through, it is a lesson. And this lesson, right, will keep hitting you again in different ways and different forms until you learn the lesson, until you learn to let go, surrender, and then you move to the next level, I guess you can call it level, right? Now, bear with me. What I'm saying could be true, could be false. I have no idea. I've learned to question everything and not take anything for 100% truth. It's what's inside you and what resonates with you that is all that matters, okay? And I'm not here to tell you to think one way or another. I'm here to tell you you're your own best healer. You know what's best for you. You will decide what is right for you, and you will go and get it, and you will create it. That is my only job here, is to tell you that you already know your truth, that you already are powerful. It's just a matter of seeing it from a different perspective, okay? And that's my hope, is that you will be able to see it from a different perspective. So whatever you're going through, these lessons are here. And they will keep continuing to be here until you learn the lesson and you break through to the next level, okay? Every level that you get to brings more spiritual awakening, okay? You could call it more epiphanies. It doesn't have to be a spiritual thing. It could just be that you're getting more epiphanies. Some people call them downloads. It's more of like your brain is connecting and intertwining with the universe, okay? It's every hardship that you come out of, and you see the lesson in it, and you see the gift of learning that lesson, you learn something about yourself, right? You learn something that you've never known about yourself, even if it's a hard truth to face, right? Then with that truth comes an epiphany, right? And it comes wisdom. A lot of these are going to be things like learning self-worth, right? Learning to choose yourself, learning to find what your core values are, what is important to you, not to the rest of the world, not what you've been programmed to believe, right? What is important to you? What drives you? What is that passion, right? So this game of life is literally every single thing that you go to is divinely orchestrated, or rather, you could say like programmed in a video game so that everything works out for you. Okay. Even the shitty stuff, right? So this is where I get like, what the fuck is going on? Okay. Like, okay. Your brain will start making like immediate connections. It'll be like bing, bang, boom, bing, bang, boom, right? And things that you thought were coincidences or bad things or people you didn't like or situations that didn't end up well, all happened for a specific reason. And you're going to start to see that your entire life in the past has been one orchestrated thing to lead you to this moment in time where you're watching this video. Okay. So you've reached this video for a specific reason, and it's because your brain, your subconscious brain, and your spirit already knows what I'm fucking talking about. And it's saying, oh shit, like everything in my life has been one big synchronicity, right? One big blessing, one thing of magic, that these things couldn't have been chalked up to coincidence, right? It couldn't have been, because it happened, right? What led you here is where you need to be. And that goes for everything in life, right? So if today you're feeling lazy and you don't do something, or you spend too much time doing this, or you left late or something, all of those things are happening for a specific reason, for you to learn a lesson, for you to see a gift in something, for you to develop your own best wisdom, and for you to connect the dots in your brain and have new neurons start firing, right? Have new pathways, new beliefs, new spiritual awakenings or downloads, whatever you want to call them, to lead you to the next step, right? Now, if we stay stuck in these lessons, right, and we let's say, I'll give you an example with my ex-husband, right? We know that he was a narcissist, right? And I stayed stuck for so long. I ended up leaving. Once that lesson was learned that I'm worth more, I moved on. right? And not only did I move on, but I learned that I need to be grateful for him and my experience because it taught me something. Right. And it taught me way more. Plus, whatever that experience was, no matter how detrimental it was to my mental health, there were joys, there were excitements, there were people that I met that helped me right now in my life. Right. I had to go through this. I had to, 12 years of it. I had to go through that in order to learn my lesson. Now, you can ask, why was it 12 years? Well, it fucking took me 12 years. I couldn't see that there were lessons that I needed to learn, things I needed to learn about myself, and not only learn those lessons, but actually take action on them, right? Actually choose myself. And what happened recently for me is that I went through another lesson that was similar to my ex-husband. And I was like, why am I stuck in this again? Like, what am I supposed to be learning? What is the gift in this situation? What do I need to see about myself that I'm not seeing? What's in my blind spot? What is the truth of this situation? And once I was able to take that, I can't tell you how quickly my brain was like bing, bang, blah, 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 so much information coming through, okay? But I had to learn the lesson. I need to choose me. I need to find me. I need to speak my truth to whoever wants to listen or nobody at all, right? So learning that lesson that I am worth it, right? I deserve this. That was something I had to learn. And as each one of you are going to go through this, you're going to go through each of these lessons, learning specific things along the way. But only you know what your lessons are. That's where the key is. That's why no freaking religious leader or spiritual leader out there can tell you jack shit, okay? Because only you design the game that you are in right now. Only you know where you're going, what the lessons are, what you're supposed to learn from this, and only you can decide to learn them and grow, right? Only you can make a decision. I can't go there and be like, hello, make this decision, learn your fucking lesson, right? Like, that's the problem, right? And I have an issue with codependency. That is no longer an issue, okay? I can honestly say that to you. I have an issue with trying to fix people, right? So if you're a fixer, look that shit up, okay? This was the problem with my other business is I'm trying to fix people, right? I don't want to fix people. You have to learn how to fix yourself, right? And that's where you learn to choose yourself. You learn how to take what's going on and stop focusing on the rest of the world. Stop giving your power away to everybody. Stop blaming everybody. Stop being a fucking victim. Okay, this is hard and I will help you through this. But you need to stop doing that and learn that you need to look at yourself and only you know what you need to learn. That's it. Only you. And the only way that you're going to learn this is you're going to learn how to sit with your effing feelings. And I'm going to teach you how to do this, okay? So my job moving forward right now is I'm doing this for me, right? All the videos. I don't care if one person watches, nobody watches, or billions of people watch, right? It doesn't matter. I know what lesson I need to learn, and the lesson I need to learn right in this moment is to be me, right? And to figure out who. But only you know what lesson you're in right now. And you really are going to have to sit with this. You're really going to have to sit and ask yourself over and over and over again, what am I learning from this? What is the gift in this situation? What am I learning about myself? So what situation, whatever's in your brain that you're thinking of right now, if it's your career, your relationship, where you are in life, right? How you ended up here. Maybe you don't like wearing a mask anymore. Maybe all your values and goals aren't aligned anymore, right? Only you can ask yourself and sit there and say, what am I learning about this situation, right? What is the gift? What do I need to see about myself? I'll give you an example. If you don't like somebody else and there's someone in your space, right, that is driving you fucking crazy, right? And you're like, I can't stand this person. Or maybe you're in a relationship or a situationship and you can't understand why this other person is so damn triggering, right? I want you to look at that person and see yourself. I want you to use that person as a mirror. What in that person do you have inside? Without judgment. It's okay. I will tell you it is extremely difficult and we'll do an exercise on this. But what in that person do you see in yourself? Okay. Or are you hiding from yourself? What are you lying to yourself about? Do you have toxic traits? Are you arrogant? Do you say things that you shouldn't? Are you dishonest in certain areas of your life? These things are okay. And I'm going to teach you that these things are okay. It's okay to acknowledge your shadow side. But you need to start looking at, okay, what am I learning from this? What am I learning about myself? Okay. Oh shit, I'm learning I got some toxic tendencies. Oh shit, I'm learning that I, don't not assertive, right? And same thing goes for someone you absolutely love in your life, someone that just like lights up your soul. Use that person as a mirror, right? And we'll talk about the hall of mirrors, and I will get into all of this with you guys. But legitimately, what you want to do is start asking yourself, what are the lessons, right? What are the gifts? And only you will know that. You can't go to somebody else. You can't even call me and be like, what's going on with me? I don't know what's happening. No, you have to sit with yourself. And let me tell you, it's not easy. It's not easy to sit with yourself and really be like, shit, I got to stop blaming everybody else for the way my life turned out. So what? You got a drug addict father or mother. So what? They abused you. And I mean this in the most sentimental way, okay? So what if you screwed up? So fucking what if you made mistakes? So what if you were a shady fucking character? Okay, maybe you were. I don't know. But so what? So what? Okay? So what? You don't deserve good? That's not true. Right? So you made some mistakes. Life is about making mistakes. It's just lessons, right? Just lessons. You're not going to hell. We're already in hell, to be honest with you, but you're not going there, okay? It's just a lesson that you need to learn. So you screwed up. That's what we're here. We're human. We're here to screw up. We're here to fuck up about 1,000,000 times until we learn the damn lesson, right? Now, all of the pain and suffering that you feel right now comes specifically from refusing to learn the lesson. Okay? You are your own torture. That's why I say I think we're in hell, right? Because you are your own torture mechanism. You are literally torturing yourself. Nobody else is torturing you. You think they are, but they're not. You are torturing yourself. And that's a God honest truth. And you need to stop pointing the finger at everybody else and take responsibility, rapid responsibility. I have to take rapid responsibility. That's why I'm doing it with you, okay? I'm going to show you that it's absolutely possible to come from the worst possible place in space and time that you think you're in and make it amazing in 12 months. You can do this, all right? If you stop torturing yourself. Pain and suffering, quote unquote, is inevitable. But we're going to get to the point where we start to see life as a way to have fun, even in the pain and suffering, right? We're going to teach ourselves how we can have peace of mind, knowing that every single thing in our life is for our highest good. Every single thing. We are going to see that even in the terrible situations, the positive situations, right? That no matter what happens, everything is going to work out for you. As long as you learn the lessons, right? As long as you keep letting go and surrendering and taking steps and risks and letting the universe catch you, okay? Letting God catch you, whatever you believe in, okay? And it doesn't matter what you believe in. What matters is that you begin to believe in yourself. Okay, what we think we want is not it, right? We want fulfillment. We want intimacy. We want love. We want to feel really good every single day. And we feel like we can't because life is hard, right? You think life is terrible at some points. You think that, shit happens to you and it's never going to get better and it's going to be this way and it's going to be that way. But the truth is life is a game and it can be magical if we train our brains to do that. So what we're going to do together, and I still haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do this with you, but I'm sure God's Spirit will tell me exactly what I need to hear at this exact time for you guys to hear it. I'm going to show you how to find you, right? You're going to look at yourself for the first time ever, and it might be scary. It might be terrifying to see that you're ashamed, right? You don't feel good about yourself. You're like, shit, I made so many mistakes. I really screwed up. Like maybe I'm not as good as a person as I thought I was. Maybe I'm not as honest. Maybe I don't have integrity. Maybe I don't respect people. Oh shit. Like no wonder I'm attracting people that disrespect me, right? No wonder I'm attracting people who don't care because maybe I don't care enough. Maybe I'm attracting people who are not responsible or direct because I'm not responsible. I'm not direct, right? And we're going to meet this version of ourselves, right? This shadow side with so much grace. We're just going to meet it with grace, right? Because this is, again, if we consider it as a game, it is necessary in the game for you to look at yourself wholly, right? The whole version of yourself, not just one part, not the part you think you are, right? We want to meet the whole version of ourselves because when we meet that whole version of ourselves, what we finally see is our truest potential. Do you know when I worked with my mom clients, I could always see, and everybody has this gift, I could always see the potential in somebody, right? I can see the potential in you that's listening, right? There is so much potential there. And like, why don't we tap into that potential, right? And I would try to have these people tap into their potential, and it was just such a difficult task, right? And I did that with my partners, right? Like I would, the guys that I was with, right? I'd look at them and I'd be like, oh God, they have so much potential, and I'd fall in love with their potential, right? And they would never tap into it, and I'm like, oh God. Well, what I didn't realize was I have so much potential, right? Untapped potential that can be tapped into, right? So what we're going to do together is tap into our own potential, right? Because if this is a game and we consider it as a game, then the possibilities are endless. That this potential can be 100% tapped into. There's a possibility, right? That life can be magical and we can see every single situation as a blessing, right? A lesson, and we move to the next level and we ascend, right? That's the idea, right? It's whatever the people call it, enlightenment or ascension. I don't know if that's what that is. I'm not even sure about the whole thing. But I think that it's important that together we do this, right? That we find that untapped potential by finding ourselves, right? And then not just find the potential, but do something about it, right? Do something. Take the action. See how far we can go in a healthy way, like a good way, right? Because I think I've always been afraid to tap into my power, right? Because there's a lot of those, what do you call them? 7 deadly sins, right? Like there's, I don't even know what they are, but like envy, jealousy, gluttony, things like that. And a lot of it gets convoluted, right? Because we look at these people who have lots of money, who tapped into their potential and things like that. And we're like, shit, like that's not a good person. That's not a nice person. Like they're assholes, like whatever. And like, I don't think I ever wanted to be that person, but I really had to look inside that there is a part of me that could totally, if I was like a millionaire and you have so much power, like, of course you would, there is that temptation to get caught up in that, right? But if we figure out what our values are, right, and what we really truly want, then we can really never be tempted so much that we lose ourselves. So I think what I'm going to start with you guys is really finding those core values, because that is your basic foundation, right? That's what I was missing all of this time, is this basic foundation that allows you to build upon, right? And in my life, and I'm sure you guys in your life, if you are unhappy in those specific situations, whether it be love, money, career, whatever, it's because you haven't built a solid foundation on what it is that actually truly matters to you. What is like really the importance of what you want in life, right? So that this way you have a strong foundation to build upon. What happened to me is probably something similar to you. You want money, you want this, you want that, you want that, you want this, right? But you don't even know why. Like you think you know why, but then when you get it, you're not happy. So that means you actually didn't know why, and they're not aligned with your values. So we're going to do a short exercise. I'm just going to write this down in case I can make this better. Okay. I'm going to be doing a lot of exercises with you guys. That's the whole purpose of this. And it's also so that you guys can hold me accountable and I can actually commit to something in my life, which means committing to myself. So all I ask is that as you watch these videos, just know that they come to you at a specific place and time. You do not by any means have to keep watching them over and over. But if it does come across you, chances are it is exactly what you need to hear right at this specific moment. And if you choose not to listen, that's okay too. So hopefully with these lessons and these talks, like I can help myself, help you, help yourself, find yourself. I guess that's what it is. And that I can show you that you have your own superpowers, right? You are superhuman. This is a real thing. And that everything you thought in your head is real. And not only that, but we're going to learn how to bridge fantasy and reality, right? Because a lot of us live up here in the fantasy world, right? Of what we hope our lives could be like, of what we hope could come into our lives. And it never actually manifests on the 3D. And the opposite is true. There's so many people who are stuck in the 3D, like, oh, I just want money. I just want sex. I just want, this, I want that. And then they don't fantasize about things, right? That's not necessarily a good thing either, because you really need to dream, and you need to dream big. I'm offline. Hold on one second, Instagram. Let it come back on. Okay, I'm back on. Okay. So it's not good either. You really want to be able to balance your fantasy, right? I live up here. And your 3D reality, right? So that what you fantasize becomes a reality, right? So we want it to click together. We want it to be that you have what you need. All of your needs and wants are met in a healthy way, right? And so are your dreams, and they come together, right? So that really you get to the point where, like I said, you're in control, right? You hold the power of yourself and your life. And that is going to just propel you into magic. So, short exercise for you guys. I want you to ask yourself, where are you really unhappy in life? All right. And why that is. All right. At some point, I will probably have PDFs, but I'm not crossing my fingers. I'm doing whatever spirit asks. And not only do I want you to do that, but I want you to think 1 second. If I could wave a magic wand right now and just boom, change your life tomorrow, like in the next 24 hours, what would you want to happen? If time, money, energy, anything that you think was no obstacle, if literally anything were possible, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Don't think too much about it. Just what is that first thing? You guys can comment below. I would love to hear from you. What is that first thing? Right? Okay. And we can do this for every part of our life. So let's say relationships. If I could wave a magic wand and change your love life right now, boom, what would it be? Now, what I want you to focus on is ultimately what you want, not the person you want, not who you think you want. Ultimately, if you could literally have anything in your love life, what would it be? Boom, there's your answer. If I could wave a magic wand and change your career, your money situation, what would you want? Boom, that's your answer. Right? So start thinking about things that way. If you could change anything, what would you change? Boom, that's it. Okay. Now, do this for different areas of your life, whether you could say your body, you could say your health, you could say, like I said, your relationships, your home life, whatever. How would you change that? Parenting. If it could change, what would it change to? Okay. Now that's great. I'm going to put a real damper on this. This is good to know. It really is. I'm not going to lie. But how do you know you're going to be happy when you get that? You don't know, right? You think that that's what you want. And it's possible that when we do a value solicitation, it will be what you want. But it's also possible that it's not. Right? Now, I want you to just take a second and think about your life right now. At some point, you manifested this life. Whether it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. You manifested it. Meaning you designed it this way, so you'd end up here. Are you happy? I mean, like really happy, like fulfilled, like content, like peace of mind, like just flowing with the flow of life. Like, do you feel that way? Probably not. So, why? Now, if we go back to the blueprints that I talked about earlier, right? Blueprint of what we think our life should be like, and it's not that way, right? Something is off. What is off, right? If, let's say we wanted lots of money, lots of cars, lots of houses, lots of women, lots of men, lots of whatever, right? And our life is not like that. Or maybe it is. Then that's even scarier, right? Maybe it is like that. And we're not happy, right? And maybe for some of you, it's not, right? Something's missing. There's a disconnect, right? Between what you see in your brain, and I'll teach you how to see this in your brain, and what reality is. Question is, either why is what you see in your brain not a reality, right? Or what you see in your brain is a reality and is not fulfilling you. So you are one of those two people. There's probably a third option, but it's not coming to me right now. Why is that? Okay, first thing, talk about values, all right? Let's talk about a relationship. Let's talk about love, just as an example, okay? Let's say in your brain, you're looking for a man or a woman who is, well, you probably don't even know what you're looking for. That's probably the problem. That was my problem. So that's the other issue, right? That sometimes we don't know what we want, or we think we know what we want and we don't know. We don't actually know. So it's going to be learning how to sit with that and really ask yourself, what do you want? Okay. So if you could have, let's say, any relationship on the face of the planet with the person that is the best person for you, what does that look like? What does that person, what are their characteristics, right? What are their traits? What do they do, right? And be real honest with yourself. Like if you're looking for real, authentic love, right? Not just some guy or girl who's good in bed and like move on. We're all looking for that. So don't tell yourself that you ain't looking for that, right? You may be having a great time doing your thing. No judgments. I did my thing, right? But at the end of the day, you're empty. You're alone. You're alone. We are all looking for intimacy, every single one of us. We're looking for intimacy in our relationships, connections, everything. And to lie to yourself that you're not, that's sad, right? And to lie to yourself and tell yourself that you don't want to be intimate with somebody, it's only hurting you, to be completely honest with you. I did it. That's why I'm telling you, right? Oh, this is a very humbling experience, guys. My kid's probably going to find this one day and be like, fuck, my mother's a crazy person. Sorry. Anyway, back to the relationship, okay? So I fucking cracked myself up. All right. Anyway, back to relationship. What are you really looking for, right? You will write down things like the person is stable, the person, maybe is independent or, powerful or charismatic or sexy or whatever. But I want you to dig even deeper than that. Because what I'm realizing is if you look at your current let's say, relationships, and doesn't have to be romantic, right? This is all relationships, because you probably have this issue around all of your relationships and don't know it. God, you guys are going to be like, this girl just tells it how it is. Okay, so how about let's do it this way? Let's do the exercise this way, because I'm struggling here. Okay, look at all your relationships. What do you hate about them? Your past relationships, right? So let's use me as an example, because that's what my purpose here is, to use myself, right? Okay, let's say my exes were disrespectful. Well, I didn't really respect them either. That's a whole nother thing we'll get into, but disrespectful, right? Like, not reliable, not committed, not, what's the word? Not dependable, flaky. I'm trying to find other words. I can't find them right now. Just look at your other relationships and see what they are for, right? What don't you like about them, right? Maybe the person's not a good communicator. Maybe the sex isn't good. Maybe your friend is a bitch, or she's too outspoken, or whatever. You really want to look at it about all the things you don't like about them, that person, or what they're not doing for you, or how your needs are not being met, right? Now, two things are going to happen right now. I'm going to tell you what you don't like about your relationships. You need to write this down too. What you don't like about these relationships, what you don't like about these other people, you don't like about yourself. Like, fuck. You don't. Okay. I'm going a little ahead of this, but Hall of Mirrors, this is Hall of Mirrors. But what you don't like about them, you don't like about yourself, and you don't have those qualities. You might think you have those qualities, right? Like, I thought I was super respectful. I thought I was super honest. I thought I was intimate. I thought I was a great communicator. I thought, no, I'm just going to take full accountability here, very highly of myself. Until I looked in the mirror and was like, fuck. Nope. Not a great, honest communicator, right? Not always reliable, not always dependable, got commitment issues, things like that. So now take all the yucky stuff that you don't like about these situations, right? These relationships, situationships, friendships, whatever, ips. Look at yourself. Those are the things that need to change, that you need to heal and accept about yourself, right? And the opposite is what you want, right? So you want someone, right? Or friends or connections where people are reliable, right? Where they are committed, where they are intimate, right? Where they are open-hearted, right? Where they are, what did I say, reliable, dependable, right? They show up, they're effective communicators, right? So you want all of that. That's what you want, okay? That's what you value. That's what you value, okay? You don't know it, but I'm telling you, this is what you value. You value people and places and things that are honest, that have integrity, right? That are reliable, dependable, direct, whatever you value, right? So what you don't like here, right, is the opposite is what you value, right? And is also what's inside of you, the characteristics that you really have not embodied yet, or have not, it's not that they're not there, so don't misunderstand what I'm saying. They're there. They're just not 100%. That's why you're experiencing all of these crazy things, right? You're experiencing all of these tumultuous relationships, friendships, situationships, right? Because you have not embodied full respect for yourself, full commitment to yourself, full self-love, full intimacy with yourself. You have not embodied that, right? Okay. So these are some of your values, okay, of what good relationships should be. And if you don't understand, go on the internet, look up core values or values in general, find a big long list. And I want you to think of the perfect romantic relationship, the perfect friendship, the perfect whatever ship, and think about what you really desire in somebody. What would you want that a person that is going to love you to be like? A friend that's going to love you going to be like? What is that person going to be like? How are they going to be, right? Okay. Then you have to embody this feeling. You have to do that for yourself, okay? Now I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but let's just start with just figuring out what our values are. So the next time I'm on here, we're going to grab out some more of your values. We're going to build a strong foundation because every decision that you make after this is going to be 100% aligned with your values. This way, no decision you make is wrong. They all lead to the same way. They're all on the right path. This way, you fully listen to your intuition. Okay? We need to start seeing that the reason our life is fucking crazy is because we made decisions not based on our values, not based on our intuition, right? We second guessed ourselves. We let other people in our brain tell us what we fucking want, right? So you are the only person to tell you what you want, and I'm going to help you figure that out. And then from here on out, every decision that you make, every manifestation, every single thing in your life will be aligned to your values, aligned to your vision, right? You will be able to make decisions easier. You won't be like Cheaty from The Good Place, like me, like bing, bang, boom, what's the right decision? You're just going to fucking do it, right? Now, this is where we go with this is where things start rapidly changing because you're going to start going with the flow of life. You're actually going to sync up with the universe, right? It's like a vortex or whatever. You're just going to boop, sync right up. Every decision you make can't be wrong, right? Can't be wrong. If it's aligned with your values, if it's aligned with what you want in your life, if you start embodying those values that we're going to start soliciting, figuring out, then life will just be grand. That's the only way I can put it. It's going to just flow. Everything's going to shift. Your brain's going to shift. Things will get easier, right? And rapidly things are going to start changing because your brain and your energy vibration is going to open up and you're going to be like, shit. Can't believe I've been living over there this whole time, right? Why? I gotta get in line with the universe and go with the flow. Like, fuck. All right. So that's it for me for today. So what I'm going to start doing is I need your guys' help with things. I'm going to start a new Instagram. Okay. This is a passion project that will hopefully turn into something awesome. I know will turn into something awesome. But also, if you could do me a favor and go and find my YouTube channel, Danielle Kottis, because that's where I'm going to start doing these videos only because it's going to reach more people. And if you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe if this video is helpful for you. Please put in the comments below how much this resonated for you. If it did resonate, if it was exactly what you needed to hear at this exact time, if it helped you see something, if it sparked like an aha moment or a synchronistic or epiphany moment. If you learned something from this video, please share this video with your friends. I'm here to help you level up. That's the only thing I can do because I'm trying to level up myself. So for the first time, I'm going to do this right, build a strong foundation, help you guys build a strong foundation. And together we're going to level up and we're going to show the world that is absolutely freaking possible to level up to a whole nother place in life and to truly feel personal fulfillment and love for ourselves and respect for ourselves and really feel that self-worth. So let's level up together. Okay. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Danielle Kottis and I don't even know what I am, but I'm here to help. Okay. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Hugs and kisses. You are a beautiful soul and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.